What we have behind us is a third alarm fire that we declared. Came in around 1:18. Report of a fire or a gas explosion. It's believed to be workers doing some fiber optic work in the street that might have breached a gas line. So what you see is open flame. PG&E is on scene trying to stop that gas leak, but until such time we're here, we've declared evacuations and checked every building around the perimeter for a 1-block radius. There's nobody within the distance in a 1-block radius. No injuries to report. There were 8 workers right near the scene. They're all present and accounted for. No injuries at this time. Still a very active scene. We're hoping that PG&E gets control of the gas leak very soon.
Any indications of any other injuries, bystanders?
None to report at this time, which is great news. That's the best news of all.
Everyone's saying that the flames have been just relentless. The fire is relentless. It's been the same as it was when it first started. How are fire crews working vigorously to try to get that under control?
So at this point, we're trying to protect exposures. We have one interior, exterior. We have one fire building. There have been 3 exposures. Our main objective right now is obviously to keep everyone safe and to not have that fire extend. So what we're doing is calling it sort of a defensive mode, surrounding and drowning until such time that PG&E can stop that leak.
Is this bringing up memories of what happened in San Bruno, that pipelines exploding, can't get the fire out?
I would say it's not quite as dramatic as that. It's pretty dramatic, I will say, but we have a good handle on it. It's something that we're accustomed to doing, we're trained for. We would like the leak to get tamped down, but not quite as extensive as San Bruno. So, there's a lot of work going on in the city, like and so it looks like I would anticipate that the gas line was breached by the workers working on the fiber optics.
What's taking so long for PG&E to turn off the gas?
They're on scene. It's complicated. There's a lot of piping under the streets and so forth, so they're doing their best. I believe they had a pretty good response time. We were here first, but they have a good response time. We're working collaboratively with them, and the main thing is, again, we're keeping everyone out at a safe distance, including you, our media friends. We just, we need patience until the gas leak gets out, but I'm confident that it'll be contained soon. As soon as the gas leak is tamped down, we will have it under control.
What's destroyed back there?
I believe it's a restaurant. It's 3300 block of Geary and Parker. So the main fire building is the corner building, which is a restaurant.
What kind of work were they doing at the time?
Okay, so I'll answer every question. Just take them one at a time, please.
What was the work that was happening?
There were workers working in the street installing fiber optic equipment underground. There were workers, private contractors, doing some fiber optic work.
What can you tell us about PG&E's plan to turn off gas in situations like this?
You'll have to ask PG&E.
So you guys don't have any sort of cohesive plan, fire department partnering with PG&E in an event like this?
So we partner with them all the time. We kind of stay in our lane and do what we do, and PG&E has their protocols. Right now we have a joint command. We have our incident commander that's overseeing the fire. We've asked PG&E to join us. We have done some exercises, but they're the experts in terms of terminating the leak and getting to the source of what they need to do. So we partner with them, but we leave the experts to do their work.
Can you back up? I'm sorry. There was a tweet that went out that said it was confusing how many people were accounted for or unaccounted for. How is everyone doing?
So right now, we were told that there were 8 workers in that vicinity doing the fiber optic work underground. All have been accounted for. At this point, have received a briefing, and there's no injuries that have been reported to me at this time. And you've been very patient. Somebody had a question here. Go ahead.
You said that there are several properties. Do you know which businesses are involved in the flames right now?
I don't, but as soon as we get a better handle on containing and controlling the fire, we will. We know that one is a restaurant, and then there are 3 other nearby exposure buildings, as we call them.
Hong Kong Lounge, as they called?
That's my understanding is the fire building, correct, 3300 block.
And those folks are okay inside the buildings, or anybody who's walking by, do you know that?
No injuries have been reported to me at this time. It's a very fluid situation. So we have, medical personnel on scene. We have not had to use them at this time for either our members or the community, whether they be workers or patrons at the restaurant.
What do you think of the intensity of this fire? We're seeing flames shooting up. I don't even know how high behind you.
Yeah, it's intense because it's been going on now for a while. So we're hoping again that PG&E. It's complicated what they have to do. They have to get into the street and shut that down and keep their workers safe as well. So it's worthy of a third alarm, and that's what it is at this point.